Alright, I said I wanted to cover this at a greater length because of the themes throughout this comic book. This is the One Bad Day series. I'll show you, I have the full collection. And I wanted to point out, while there's many good ones, the one with Ra's al Ghul here. So, while this starts out as a typical One Bad Day, we see a very young and terrified child Ra's, whose family is being destroyed by war. So we get to empathize with his loss very early on. It begins with his resurrection yet again, and he's thinking upon, let me see, every time I awake in the Lazarus pit, I forget the world I'm being reborn into, which is his only moments of peace, right? So as he goes on, he continues to remember, which feeds into his desperation, that the world is not safe, which is why he requires the reassurance from his own daughter, Talia al Ghul, to say just that upon every resurrection. Ra's al Ghul is absolutely devastated that he's fighting this infinite battle. The environment, the humanity or lack thereof. In this scene, we see him put down a very old last of its kind wolf that is going extinct in this moment. A very rare moment of emotion showed by the, what is he known as, the demon hand. At the end of it all, Ra's al Ghul is someone who a lot of people would empathize with, perhaps not the methods. In this book, he does what he normally does and targets the, I guess, the 1% with his League of Assassins. He does one of the perfect crimes and destroys a bunch of the CEOs, 1%ers, the corrupt people that we all often find ourselves complaining about, and he destroys them and their family, so that there's nobody like the man's son to take the mantle and continue the corruption. Brutal, yes, but necessary for his own means. I mean, I'll tell you, this book has a way of having you empathize and understand some of the brutal tactics of our eco-terrorist. But Batman with his no-kill rule. These two opposing forces cannot exist in the same world. This is made clear. And it's been clear. Also, just a recent update. They're saying that Batman has finally had it with the Joker. I think 85 years has been long enough, and he's going after him for one final time. That's what we're hearing. But anyway, back to our current story, this inevitable clashing of, well, let's not forget Damian is the son of Talia and Batman, and Ra's al Ghul's grandson. So Ra's is constantly trying to get Damian, Batman's son, to see his way, and how the world just cannot save itself, and why people like they or Ra's have to take it upon themselves to save it from itself. Here's an absolutely enraged Batman looking for his son. If you ever want to see Batman snap, you mess with his boy, or any of the Robins. So there's a big battle, alright? It commences here. Not to give away too many spoilers, I do highly recommend the One Bad Day series. Ra's actually defeats the Dark Knight in this one. I'd argue that he had a step ahead of Batman because of Damian being in danger and all. And so Ra's leaves Damian and Bruce Wayne, Batman, some final time to have before he dies. And in this One Bad Day, that's exactly what happens. What's the promise? Let's see. The mantle. He hands over the mantle, and his final words here are, I know how you're angry you're going to feel. I know how easy it is to succumb to that anger, how much you'll want to turn that grief into violence. But I need you to promise me that you will never take a life. Promise me, please, son, promise me. And he promises. Now, I forget if he actually heeds the promise. And in this moment of emotion, he puts on the cowl and offers a killing blow to Ra's. And here, I think he, goes back on his word. And Ra's, I forget if he recovers, yeah. Recovers without a need of resurrection.